Hey game makers! Welcome to DevLog 11 for Gaia's Melody Echoed Memories! Woo! And we finished chapter 5 and I'm so glad about that. Okay. It's not finished, but it's finished to the point where I have it all evented and I haven't tested like the last 2 scenes. But as you can see on my little clock, it's like the 28th and this is going to be posted on the 30th, so I ran out of time. My goal was to have it done and that just wasn't gonna happen. But it's mostly done. I haven't done the monsters yet. I don't think it requires any battle backgrounds. And let's see, I think that's pretty much all. So, backtracking a bit from the awesomeness that is finishing up this bloody chapter. One of my favorite chapters, not gonna lie, it's definitely one of my favorites. It has, like, this really nice balance of, stuff. I don't know. I'm not coherent enough to go into a breakdown of the chapter yet. So, as you, might notice, I'm just gonna go and load a map here. Actually, hold on. I wonder if this will actually load. You will be fine. Okay, so in the last, devlog, I was having... Click, thank you. A lot of frame skipping and a lot of, like, jittering, and I had mentioned because I had switched to a 4K monitor. Now, turns out, the monitor was too powerful for literally everything. Oh, see, that... no problem. That's perfectly acceptable, and I'm recording, too. So yeah, that's fine. Sorry about that, forgot to mute my phone. Okay, so yeah, see, it's fine. It's totally fine. So what had happened with that is, so I got this new 4K monitor, and it was rather incompatible with my old graphics card because it was an outdated piece of crap. It was good for the time, but it could not handle it for the life of it. So we had to update my graphics card, and, can I just walk around? Is that gonna, okay. So we had to update my graphics card, but then not the motherboard, the fan thing, I forget what it's called right now. It wanted to fly because it couldn't handle the graphics card, so we needed to replace that. Now, luckily, I am related to a tech guy who loves spending money on things, so I always get his hand-me-downs. So I'm using a hand-me-down graphics card, cooler thing, just stuff. Great. But I'm happy. So that's why I was getting so much lag and stuttering. Like, this is no... Hey, you guys gonna catch up there? Just gonna... Okay. But yeah, this is perfectly within reason. This is absolutely fine. This is actually running better than I thought it would. Anyway, so that's mode 7, and that is the game actually running. That makes me unbelievably happy, actually. So yeah, it shouldn't be any sort of issue there. I know some people were like, why is it so laggy? Cause that. Everything works good now, and I'm really happy. I was getting so many weird issues because of the monitor thing. I did notice, though, that 4K doesn't exactly work well with, like, the old Adobe products. I don't use CC yet for, like, Photoshop or whatever. I haven't had a reason to upgrade, and their subscription-based system rubs me the wrong way. But they have, like, weird issues with the color picker tool. Like, Flash and Premiere both do. I actually have to, like, bring it over... Hi guys, to my other monitor in a Photoshop, well, not Photoshop, but Flash and Premiere, to color pick things, just because it acts weird. I don't know why, but apparently I'm not the only one. It's something to do with 4K and scaling. I'm sure I could fix it if I really wanted to, but it's fine. I like my 4K. So, let's see, what's on my notes for this devlog? Oh, I was having a bug, a long-standing bug that I hadn't really addressed, where, let's see, do I have a cutscene? Sure, let's meet Ferric. I think I still have this pretty active. I should probably mute the game. Actually, I won't be able to show you because he doesn't have any... I'll overlay an image, maybe, of video of what I'm talking about. But what was happening was my mouth flaps would, like, start the previous character's mouth flaps on the next character's line for, like, a frame. And I didn't know why. And I still don't know why, but I fixed it. Ignore this, it's just a temporary... It's just the underlay map. Anyway, so we fixed that. Salia, Nifo... I didn't actually know if Salia and Nifo did anything. I think I had Salia look up the script, and then I fixed it because I'm like, hey, let me just put the clear command in the macros, because that'll work, and it worked. So yeah, I'm not sure which one of these it is. I'm not using all of these. Oh, I think it's this. So I had to, like, stop all of them. But it works. I don't know why it was doing that. It doesn't do it in our test file, so it's something else in my game that's causing it. I just... no idea why, but it's fixed now, so it works. I don't like recording this late at night. I get very crazy. Super crazy. Okay, I need to be stopped. I need to stop. Okay. So, another thing I changed is, the chapter name for chapter 16. Now I'm nowhere close to 16, I'm just on chapter 6 now, essentially. But, actually, you're still open. So chapter what did I say, 16? Its chapter name used to be, like, Caged Bird, which even at the time I thought was just, like, stupid. It's way up here, isn't it? Maybe 16.1? Yeah, there we go. See, that's what it is. Huh. Wait, that... I don't know why that's so... Scaling. Probably scaling. Anyway, so even I thought the name was stupid back then, but I wanted something to kind of, what's it? How do I say this? What I wanted to do with the chapter names is I wanted them to kind of be able to actually tell you what the chapter's about, sort of. So I was thinking, oh, well, it's a thing where Zephyr, the wind mage guy, is, like, trapped and we need to go save him, so, like, I don't know. And I didn't want to use clipped wings because in the immediately following chapter, I cut off your airship access for a while. So, I didn't know what to name it. So I decided after talking to Valencia and Salia that I'm gonna go with Gale of Refrain. It works. I had this big, like, meeting with them over Facebook, and it was like, yeah, that's the one we're picking, so that's what I'm going with. I think at least it sounds less stupid. I literally have it in my notes that I'm changing it because it's stupid. So, I spent a long time on thesauruses just googling words to make it work. So yeah. That was that! I don't think any of the other chapters' names are gonna be, actually, hold on. Okay, so this is my to-do list. Whoa, animated, whoa, okay, so here, totally done. Haven't tested the last 2 scenes, but whatever. So yeah, the rest of them I like. If you haven't seen them, these are my chapter names. But yeah, that was the only one I really didn't like. The rest of them I think are fine, and it still sort of fits the naming scheme. I had never realized that you could ask someone to, like, pick a name, or like a name for something, and them just be, like, completely off the naming scheme. I didn't even know that was a thing. It was just so weird. So I had to kind of be like, this is what you're saying. This is what I want. So yeah, that's Gale of Refrain for chapter 16. That's what we're going with, I guess. Let's see. Oh yeah! I'm trying to, like, understand my, my notes. So, in a couple different areas in the game, you have, party switching. Like, multiple team party switching a la Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, it does that. So, in the original game, I'll show you a comparison, actually. After the Magic School part, you go to the Cave of Experience, and I don't know if all of this stuff is on or if it's gonna break, but we're gonna find out. And this is actually, like, muted. This is actually, like, different in both parts of the game, or possibly all 3 parts of the game where I use this. it's set up differently each time because I have different things going on, and clearly I had like a help, like, did light break on you? So you hit L and R and it'll toggle you between the things, but there's also this bug where if you do it too fast, and like things and stuff, I don't know if I can break it right now. What's the other button? This button? No, that's the menu. There, okay. Anyway, you can totally break it. And because there's only 3 buttons, I had to like... It's stupid, okay? It's stupid. So what I ended up doing in this game is actually just doing a choice bridge. It's a lot easier to program. I mean, I went from like... Holy, what is it? This? It's probably this. From like this convoluted mess, or one of these convoluted messes? Oh, this like multi-page thing to like one of you. This? Oh, you know what? It's a common event now. That's what it is. Swap? I was having some problems with it. It actually broke my, animated talking thing because issues. That actually is what led me into fixing the mouth movements thing, or the talkie issue, but, so yeah, it went from that to just this. And then I just set the variables for the character names beforehand. Like, super easy. I don't know about keeping that in the bottom, but I'm thinking the bottom just because later in the game I have, the break time window as well up as a constant thing, so, page up. I think I need to get rid of that, and I think I know how, but it's not the biggest deal, the black bar at the bottom. Actually, if I have, this on... Windows off. Any day now, there you go. Yeah, that'll go away. That's a little bit of a glitch for the thing that I'm using. But yeah, it totally works. It's not gonna break, just because it's so good. I haven't been able to break it, at least, so it's great. And your characters also stay up like they did in EM1, because that's how the script just works. It's great. I'm so happy about that. And it's just so not laggy and just, it's good. It's very good. So I'm happy about that. And I'm gonna keep that for all of the other ones, because it's super easy. I'm so happy, it's so convenient. Oh, another thing I wanted to address. Someone asked me on Twitter, actually, about changing the song. It's so boring. There we go. Someone asked me on Twitter about putting in a music box for EM1, since I don't exactly have access to the music otherwise. So I had been playing around with it. I think Yawnfly has a music box plugin. I think someone else does too, but Yawnfly's is the one that I grabbed. So I'm thinking of putting that in this game. I was working on a thing with it though. Search music? Music, there you are. Completely didn't see it. So, oh yeah. The menu system I'm using doesn't exactly like when you use items that lead to common events, so I have to do this roundabout thing that exits the menu and then uses the item, but that's fine. It might be fixed now, I don't know, it was a bug, but, what I wanted to do was after you play a song for it to ask you to continue the music or revert the music, but the issue is, I can use save BGM for that, but, I also went into the plugin and made it so it can continue the music, but I use these somewhere, like, just in the game. So what could happen is it would already be recalling or saving a song, and then you do it, and then it would overwrite it, and that's not what we want. In a very rare likely of occurrence, but it's still a thing I have to think about, so I might just nix this whole thing and just have it, you know, do the thing. But, that's what I'm thinking, and I haven't tested it to a lot amount. I don't have anything inputted besides a test dummy song. But if that works out without a problem, I'll also put it into EM1. I don't think it'll be any issue. But, thank you, I'm using your suggestion. I didn't even think about putting that in, but that's a good idea. So thank you. As far as the actual game stuff, what Chapter 5 at least entails, because that's done now, I did all of Jade, all of the Waterway, all of Ryuya. So, that was a lot of stuff. Some of the chapters are just, like, so long, and others are, like, super short. This is kind of probably on the shorter end, maybe a medium length one. Oh, this song is so cute. Okay, I'm done. Okay, so I posted a video a while ago about, or rather, that was this cutscene. So, okay, I'm gonna talk about character deaths here. So maybe you want less of a happy song. Okay, this is like calm and peaceful. I guess that's fine. So, this game, okay, so, there's a scene here where I nicely attempt to kill off one of my characters, because of course I do. That's apparently what I'm known for. I've had people ask if I just like killing characters. I don't! It actually physically pained me to rewrite this scene. And I know how it ends! So... it physically pained me. But to do this scene, I needed to redesign You're Not Here, Are You? Well, I think your name is like Snakey. Snakey? Snakey, okay. So this is Snakey tries to eat Catchy. And, okay, how do I want to explain this? I didn't know how I wanted to design this guy. He's kind of a mix of a Loch Ness dragon snake. That's what I was going for. Slash adamantoise, maybe, because of the shell. But, so... I was, like, stuck on this guy for, like, a few hours, and then I went out with my mom and just, like, told her all about how I had to design this, like, dragon thing. And she was completely disinterested, but that's absolutely fine. So I got home and I, like, drew some, like, dinosaur thing that she had, like, seen at a dollar store and was like, hey, you should use that. And I'm like, I mean, sure, Mom, sure. So, I guess thank her for coming up with a sort of design to use. But this, got an animated cutscene, so I needed to be able to do a design that I could actually animate to some extent, and I've actually, this is the first time in a very long time where I've actually animated scenes. Like, my basis for animation was pretty much just anime opening parodies for the longest time. I did a couple scenes for my brother's game, but that was back when I was like 10, and I'm like, how does I do frame by frames? Like, I used to do, like, Windows Movie Maker, and, like, save images in Paint, and export them, or I guess just save them, because you didn't... Anyway. And just, like, time those out in Movie Maker, so they animated, that was the life. But, so... That was fun. This was quite the exciting scene to do. I was very thrilled with how it turned out. There are still a couple of things I'm thinking of modifying with it. Mostly just timing things to get the scene to flow right. There's a few things that I had changed that I wasn't quite on board with, but it's one of my favorite scenes. I like it.
So thank you very much for watching, and look forward to the next one that comes out tomorrow. See you later, gamers!